Hey guys, it's Kyle from the George Lynch Dojo, and I'd received a couple of messages and comments, feedback from some of the entries that I had done, and some of them had talked about this the kind of this smooth transition sounding riff that I do. And what I thought I'd do is actually just kind of show you what it is, and because quite frankly it sounds a lot more complicated than it is. And it uses just a typical rectangular, pentatonic rectangular shape from the dojo, but the way it's connected, probably as much credit can go to Paul Gilbert as George Lynch on sort of the way that I kind of morph the two together. I'm going to play everything in D just for ease. And just so, and I'm not in the best of tune, it really doesn't matter for this. But the way that it works is in D, all you're going to do is basically from the 5th to the 8th fret. You're just going to do a typical, this is Dojo 101, just that shape, that rectangle shape. And actually what I should probably do is sort of play through it so you recognize it. You might actually recognize this from some of the entries I've done. Realistically, I probably use it a little bit too much, but here's what it sounds like. I'll do it slow. And all that it does is it just uses that rectangle shape just to move yourself up the neck. And the only thing that, in my opinion, the only thing that really kind of makes it maybe stand out and sound a little slippery is just that slide of that last note, because really all that it is just the and that's really all that it is. So the transition that you have to use there is how do you connect those things together, and all I do is just slide a whole step. And it's not that you have to do that, just for me it's just simple, because when you slide up that half step, you're right there. You almost set the next position up. It makes it a lot easier. It also makes it very interesting sounding too, in my opinion. If you use it too much, like I tend to do, it can also, I don't know, it's very recognizable, and I don't know if you want to do that all the time. But the one thing that you can change up, well, you can change anything up on it that you want. You can use any shape and do the exact same thing. But the one thing that I do change up a little bit is on the next slide up, I will normally go to the next note up. I'll go not a whole step, but a whole step and a half step to give it kind of that flattened fifth kind of feel. Plus, when you do that, you're set up, you're right there in that position as well. You don't have to do that. I mean, the sky's the limit. With simple licks like this, you can make them sound like anything that you want. But to me, that was kind of a neat way to connect everything. So really, just kind of walking through it, you have and you can end it any way you want. I mean, there are all different types of things you can do. Something in a flattened fifth. It really doesn't matter what you do there, but if you just take it in D, and it just leads you into all kinds of other licks. So, I mean, do with it what you want. I don't know, delete the video if you really feel like it. It really doesn't matter to me, but I do appreciate the feedback. It's very encouraging and it really helps out a lot. But that's really all it is. And if you want to play it in D, or I'm sorry, E, you just move it from the D position, just move it up a whole step. And it's the same thing. It never changes. So So, I mean, it just kind of leads you from one end of the neck to the other, really smooth transition. And for guys who play in bars on the weekend, I mean, it's one of those things that, you know, it's very simple to do in dim lighting. It's a very fluid feel. And the other nice thing, it's kind of impressive sounding. I mean, if you do it right. It's not the best I've ever done it, obviously. But it just has a really neat, recognizable feel to it. So, hey, I hope that helps. I hope it, you know, kind of adds a little bit more ammunition to your playing. I enjoy the dojo, so stuff like this I'll start posting a little bit more. Thanks.